Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this Sunday afternoon, evening mountain weather update. Let's go up to Aspen. Just starting to see some snow there around Aspen, Snowmass, Buttermilk, and the Highlands. And this is not a big storm system. Probably 2 to 4 inches with this thing coming through tonight, early tomorrow morning. This is really the appetizer snow because the big storm system is just now hitting the west coast. You can see the precip on radar up in the Pacific Northwest, some precip heading towards Northern California. That's the next storm system that will rotate in behind this little one that is now moving into Colorado. Same one that came through the Wasatch overnight and early this morning. Now it's moving into Colorado. And this will mainly affect the central and northern mountains of Colorado with 2 to 4 inches tonight and early tomorrow morning. All right, let me give you the lay of the land here. So this is water vapor satellite imagery. Not many changes from this morning, but your moisture here aloft is going to be in the whites and the blues, and you can almost see the front right here draped over the Intermountain and racing into Colorado with that little bit of snow. Here's the main event. This storm system will bring all the energy in the entire trough with the jet supporting this into the Sierra, and then it's going to set up the jet, and we're going to get a nice conveyor belt, nice area of runway with moisture and lift through Nevada into the Wasatch, the high Uintas, and pretty much all of Colorado between late 25, 26, and 27. That's going to be a big storm system for a lot of Utah and Colorado. All right, here is my latest snow timeline. Best odds of snow, Wasatch, Tetons, Colorado, Tahoe, and interior BC. Wasatch, so your heavy snow accumulation hits late 25 into 26. It should be done by early 27. Colorado, you've got light to moderate snow accumulations tonight into 25, and then your heavy shot of snow is on 26 and 27. Change for this update from this morning to interior BC. Now it looks like we could have moderate to maybe heavy accumulations afternoon 27 through 11:30. So that's a bit of a change from this morning. Okay, let me take you up to Alta. This is the forecast mediogram for Alta. So this column right here is going to be tomorrow, Monday the 25th. There's Tuesday the 26th and Wednesday the 27th. You look down here in the snow column, this particular model is forecasting 20 inches of snow at Alta, Snowbird, and I'd probably say 15 to 20 through Solitude and Brighton, and quite a bit less as you work your way down to Park City, Deer Valley, Snow Basin, probably 8 to 12 in those areas. But this has got a solid 20 for Alta and Snowbird, Little Cottonwood, and I agree with that. It's going to be gusty out ahead of the snow and during the snow, probably 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts. And the temperatures are a little warm. This is for 9,000 feet at Alta, by the way, looking at 25 to 29 degrees during the course of that. And it looks like it actually warms up just a touch during the event, but I'd prefer it to be at least a few degrees colder than this, but that's what we're dealing with. Now, behind it, once the storm clears, temperatures drop to about 10 degrees on Wednesday morning, and probably colder than that Wednesday night, Thursday morning. So we'll get some pretty good cold air in behind this thing. Okay, let me take you to Colorado. I want to show you a little bit about Colorado's forecast. Here's an update for Loveland ski area. So there's your appetizer snow with probably a couple of inches at Loveland tonight, tomorrow morning. Then the big snow right there for 26 and 27, and this has got about 20 inches. So very similar to what we just looked at for Alta. This has got about 20 inches. I'd say 15 to 20 from A Basin to Loveland to Winter Park, Berthoud Pass. Probably a little bit less, maybe a foot down in Keystone. Probably 15 to 20 through a lot of Summit County, Vail Pass, Vail, Gore Range, Copper Mountain. And let me just take you west of here and give you the extreme case. So this is Irwin. So Irwin is in the West Elks, and it's about 10 miles outside of Crested Butte. But some interesting things about Irwin, if you've ever been in that area, it's obviously up higher and it's more alpine, and it sits near Ruby Peak, Mount Emmons. If you've ever been or heard of Kebler Pass, it's not far from there. But the forecast from this model is saying 50 inches. So 3 to 4 feet plus. 50 inches possible in Irwin. Now, one of the things that I do know is that Irwin it's one of the snowiest spots in Colorado on average every year. And it probably gets 2 to maybe even 3 times as much snow as Crested Butte does. So 50 inches it seems high, but it's not out of the question. You know, it's higher. We'll probably have better ratios. So just a heads up on that. That west side near Crested Butte, 10 miles out in Irwin, could get clocked. Okay, here we go with the latest forecast radar and satellite. So that's at 5:30 here this evening. You can see the snow hitting the central and northern mountains of Colorado and snowy range of Wyoming. By tomorrow morning, leftover snow along I-70 in Colorado heading out. And then the next storm, the main storm hitting the west coast. Here it comes. Snow increases across the Sierra Range and Oregon. And here comes the setup. Now, this is where things really start to take off. We've got heavy snow for Mammoth. You've got, oh, and I should mention, this storm will bring snow to Tahoe, but the problem is going to be the snow level. These are mid-mountain. Well, when I show you my numbers, they're mid-mountain numbers. So you're going to have to be higher. The higher you are, the better with this storm system right here coming in. So big time lift and jet support here for the Wasatch, high Uintas, and a lot of Colorado. This is the 26th at 5 in the morning. There's 5 in the afternoon, and it continues. This is 27 in the morning. Heavy snow transitions into Colorado through all ranges, and then it's gone by the end of the day. I'll run this out through the end of the period. There's another little storm that comes out of the north here very late in the period through early December. Here it comes right there, like 12-2, 12-3, which could bring a quick dusting to a lot of Colorado, but that's way down the road. I mean, the main storm is coming on 25, 26, 27. That's the one. Okay, here are my latest numbers. Rest of today through tomorrow, generally 1 to 4, 2 to 4 inches across the central to northern mountains of Colorado. You can see the west coast, that next storm system starting to increase the snow values. Now, I've got 4 there for Tahoe, but again, these are mid-mountain numbers. If you're up higher, you're going to get more accumulation than that. Second time period, I've got another 4 for Tahoe, but again, if you're higher, you're going to get more. Quite a bit for Mammoth at 10,000 feet plus. I mean, you're looking at least 17 inches during that time period. So anywhere from 1 to 2 feet in the Wasatch. I like the 20 number for a lot of big and little Cottonwood Canyons. I like that with quite a bit less as you drop down towards I-80. In Colorado, 1 to 2 feet, but pockets of 3 feet. And like I showed you with Irwin, there could be a 50-inch amount out there. I think that's really one of the big bullseyes, unquestionably, with this storm. But this is gonna really help us out here in Colorado. We need the snow. Anywhere from 5 to probably 8 up there in the Tetons, and quite a bit less in Idaho and Montana. Barely anything in Washington and Oregon. Some of the numbers have gone up around Revelstoke, and that's kind of what I was referring to earlier with that change. I'll take you back in that timeline between the 27th and the 30th. I think that's when we could see that foot of snow up there in Revelstoke. Well, actually 2 stops. Let me zoom in. So West Elks, there's Crested Butte with over 2 feet. Same with Capitol, the Maroon Bells, snow mass at about 15 to 20. Vales at 15 to 20. The Collegiates 15 to 20. Summit County 15 to 20. Continental Divide 15 to 20. I don't want to forget about the Northeast. The Northeast is going to get clocked as well. There's a potential here for a strong storm system right around Thanksgiving and Black Friday that's going to move up to the Northeast out of the Midwest. And it looks like the big ski areas are going to get heavy snow accumulation. Mount Snow, all the way up to Kellington, Stowe, Jay Peak, Mount Washington, Sunday River, Sugar. I mean, they're all going to be at 1 to 2 feet. Less snow in parts of southern New Hampshire, Massachusetts, but upstate New York could get it. Snow Ridge, you're going to have lake effect that will contribute to that 22-inch number. Whiteface, you're in for about a foot. So don't want to forget about the Northeast. You've got a pretty big storm coming Thanksgiving and Black Friday. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it. We'll end on the big totals map for the 26th through the 3rd. That's going to do it for this update. We've got some big powder ahead, guys. Enjoy it. Should be an exciting week. Stay with me. I'll keep things updated. Take care.